A man curiously pressed a strange button in the room. He pressed another one. This time, a pair of chopsticks suddenly fell from above. He continued testing the buttons, and before long, the chopsticks had piled up into a small mound. Thinking it was some kind of hidden game, he became more interested and kept pressing them without stopping, until he accidentally activated a different button. After spending what felt like countless hours experimenting, he still had no idea how to open the door. The only thing he gained was a pile of useless objects scattered around the room. Frustrated, he threw a balloon randomly. Unexpectedly, it hit another button. The next second, a plate of sushi dropped from the ceiling. The starving man was immediately excited, but soon he noticed something was missing. There was no soy sauce. He quickly pressed every nearby button, hoping to find it. However, instead of sauce, even more sushi kept falling down. With no other option, he decided to eat first. After forcing himself to finish all the sushi, he pressed another button. By then, he had already been trapped inside this mysterious room filled with buttons for an entire day. He was close to losing his mind. After taking a short rest, he tried another button. Suddenly, an exit appeared behind him, but before he could react, the door closed again. He could not remember which button had opened it, so he had no choice but to test every button all over again. After countless attempts, he finally found the correct one. He rushed toward the exit, but the moment he released the button, the door slammed shut again. He moved a vase onto the button, hoping it would keep it pressed. Instead, the button lifted the vase into the air, so he pressed the sushi button repeatedly until the vase was completely filled. He tried again, but this time, he pressed the wrong button. Completely frustrated, he kicked the vase and shattered it. At that moment, he almost gave up. Then he came up with another idea. He used sushi to hold down the button. After that, he tried using tape to keep it pressed. When the button finally stayed down, he immediately rushed toward the exit. Just as he was about to succeed, he picked up a toothbrush, planning to brush his teeth and sleep. While searching for toothpaste, a rope suddenly dropped from the ceiling. He quickly grabbed it and finally reached the exit. But when he arrived at the door, he discovered that he still needed a key. Desperate, he tried squeezing through the closing gap, but the door slammed against his waist. Angry and frustrated, he kicked the wall. Suddenly, a key fell out. To avoid making another mistake, he used pieces of sushi to mark the buttons he needed. Then he grabbed the rope, swung across the room, picked up the key, and returned to the exit. However, even after inserting the key, the door still refused to open. Looking closer, he realized there was another obstacle. A combination lock. The man completely broke down. He started throwing objects around the room in frustration. Then suddenly, he noticed 3 numbers written on the mannequin's head. Those numbers had to be the code. With confidence, he entered the combination. This time, the door finally opened, but behind it was not freedom. It was only a tiny, cramped space. The man fell into complete despair. For a moment, he even missed the previous room. At least there, he had everything he needed. Then,